Hello and welcome to another episode of Official Strongman News. Once again, I'm your host, Chris Bland, and this week we're going to be going over everything that's happened over the last 7 days of Strongman. And the first thing to discuss is obviously the Arnolds, which was a huge event. So many records get broken. First one by Eddie Hall, pulled a 465 on the long bar, which was the Rogue Elephant deadlift bar, and it was sort of set up with different plates. Set up with a much longer bar. I think it was something like 14 feet or around that length. Huge thing, and if I'm honest, it didn't look like it suited Eddie at all. Some of the other lifters, Brian Shaw looked incredibly strong on it. He pulled 460, but looked very comfortable and was obviously sort of playing it in for the long run of looking for the whole competition. But yeah, Eddie Hall, 465, broke the world record on it. Did a fantastic job. Struggled, but flew up to about his knees. And there was a little bit of shake, a little bit of wobble. I'm afraid with these videos, I can't put them up. They're owned by both MHP and Rogue, and we don't want to get into any copyright infringements. But all you guys need to do is either go on YouTube or Facebook, and you'll see hundreds of them, I'm sure. But we don't want to be in trouble. So moving on, and then the next couple of events, really, it was a bit of a tie-up between Shaw and Savickas, with coming in third place was Lalas, return of Lalas, absolute hero. For those of you who don't know, Lalas is a Lithuanian guy living in Kilkenny Island at the moment, but he's got a younger brother that's an absolute monster. But Lalas had been out, Matthias Lalas had been out for a couple of years with a really nasty back injury. We did an episode of Officially Strong with him not that long ago. Well, actually, Jesus, now quite a while ago. But the guy's just ginormous. Even then when he was really struggling to train, he was still just jacked out of his tits. It's crazy. And exactly the same thing. He's come back here and is just looking so strong. He's won the Arnolds before and took third in a very tough competition. I believe he was incredibly happy with that. Yeah, so it was Savickas with 42 points, Brian Shaw 41, Lalas 36, and then the young Polish guy Mateusz Klejowski with 33.5. Again, butchering his name, but the guy is a monster. I'm gonna have to go to Poland and find out how to actually pronounce that, because he's definitely worth talking about more and more. I believe he got 3 reps with that monster dumbbell. Let me just check that. Yes, for the Sear dumbbell, he got 2 reps. Sorry, I take that back. Brian Shaw won the event with 3. And that was a 300-pound dumbbell. There was only 3 of them that attempted the sort of the heavier one, with Savickas getting a single. And it's just outrageous how well these guys do with that sort of thing. 300-pound circus dumbbell is a huge feat. Back to the final results, we then had Hathor Bjornsson, 32.5. Then Jerry Pritchett, 24.5, Nikolai Shevelyakov, 22.5, Dimitar Zavatinov, 18.5, Eddie Hall with 11. He dropped out, I believe, after the deadlift. Dropped out after the deadlift. But he did actually, Eddie Hall pulled over, I think he was the first guy to pull 1,000 pounds twice in one day, he was saying, which is an incredible feat in itself. And that was it. And then there was also the 2016 Rogue record breakers. There was a few with Hathor Bjornsson doing a weight over a bar for height. But the hugely impressive one, the one that everyone was talking about, was Brian Shaw's 555 pound stone. It had to be like loaded up with steel in the inside of it, made by Slaters. It looked amazing. They made like a video showing how this thing was. And he played with it. He did have a hamstring tear that I think he'd picked up on the deadlift, I'm not sure. But even with that, just played with the thing. Actually, talking of hamstring tear and a bit of banter going on with that, well, banter's rich. I think there was a few hurt feelings here and there. A guy called at Bone Strongman on what looks like Instagram posted congratulations to Brian Shaw, which then got picked up by Savickas. There was a little bit of a back and forth on there. I'll get it up, you'll be looking at it right now. Yeah, so a few hurt feelings there, I think, but I think overall they're all professional athletes, they know what they're doing. A bit of fun never hurts the sport, and if anything, I absolutely love it. It gives us something to talk about. In the amateurs, I'm going to hopefully get a video up and we'll do a lot more details on both the women's and the men's. But first off, just want to say a huge congratulations to Donna Moore, who bossed the Open Women's. She dominated. She did so well. Talking of stones, we got a video, and I'll get that up, of her just absolutely destroying them. Donna was on serious form at that competition, as she was saying beforehand. I'm hoping next week we can have like a little interview with her, and we'll put that in. But here she is on the stones for now, just going crazy. With regards to how the official strongman rankings has been going, it's blown up this week. It's been crazy. We had obviously last weekend as well. There was the Irish deadlift and log championships with some huge lifts going up. Personally though, my standout, and let me find out where it is, was from, here she is, Claire Murdoch, pulling I think it was 145 at 55 kilos. Which was 140, sorry, at 55 kilos, which is just a phenomenal lift. Huge feat of strength, especially for a woman of that size, and it's something that we're so excited for with the official Strongman Championships coming up, where people of all sizes can sort of compete against it and put up these ridiculous numbers. I mean, that's close to a triple bodyweight deadlift. It's huge numbers. We also had some others. Let me have a look. Dan Falcone put up again another great lift, 136 kilo log press and a 325 deadlift in the under 105s. It's going to be a very competitive competition. Is the contest, the under 105s. We have that, but we also have in the same category, we've got Lars Anahola, a guy that we love. Got a lot of time for Lars. He put up a 145 kilo log again in the under 105s. And Jason Clark, a guy I had the pleasure of training with, was it 2 weekends ago now? He's just put up his, I believe it was a 160 log and a 300 kilo deadlift. So again, just the competition and the standard is flying up. Obviously this is the excitement going towards the qualifiers for America and European official strongman championships. Had a few others, guys, but I think for this week, that's all we're going to get time for. Thank you, guys. And, one thing, actually. Tomorrow, Friday, depending on what time we get this up, we're going to be having the premiere of the film, Journey of Strength, which is the first sort of official strongman film production. Very excited for it. My directorial debut as well. That'll be going up, and we'll also be then live streaming that on YouTube at some point for one day only, or something along those lines. Then you'll be able to buy it on Amazon. But we want to make sure we get it out there for free at least once and for a short period of time. Let you guys see it. And I'd appreciate when it is out, if you'd put it on an IMDb ranking, just be like, oh, maybe this is a 10. Anyway, guys, that's all for now. Get yourself signed up to officialstrongman.com and get yourselves ranked. Cheers, guys.